You guys can make me want to go over to the new hybrid, or the new Final Gear 5 fruit in a One Piece game. It just came out like earlier, so it's really easy to get. It's like one of the easiest fruits to get. The model looks really good, like when you equip it, you just like lay there laughing, which is really cool. There's not really like much animation like when you jump or when you walk, but when you're just idle, it looks really cool. So anyways, here's how much damage it does. I do have it fully maxed. We'll do it without the buffs first. So for just the M1, it does 276,000 or million. So yeah, the M1 does 276 million damage, as you guys can see. The mole pistol animation looks really cool. Does 2 billion. I don't know numbers or else you guys might have to bear with me. I don't know if I'm like saying the numbers right or not. But the Dawn Whip, you just basically spin around and it does about the same as the mole pistol. Rocket does about the same. This one's gonna be hard to test out because this one's looks like a flight move kind of, but I don't know if you can actually like hit things with it or not. So let me hit that thing, so I don't know what that one's about yet. Dawn Clap. Just basically clapping as like a little bit more than the other ones. And now for the jump rope. You start jump rope and it does about the same as the Dawn Clap. Well, and here's where it gets good. When you transform, the transformation looks awesome. I really like how I didn't like change your player model to a Gear 5 Luffy thing. They just gave you the cloud around you and the aura. So anyways, now it does significantly more damage. Boom. This without like any of my buffs on. We're trying that one again, because I did a lot of damage. Nope, that's just how much it does without even anything on. Whip does about the same. Rocket does a lot more than the other one. Clap. So they basically look the same, like when you're in the mode, they just do a lot more damage. Yes, that's already quite a bit of damage. Now if I turn on all my stuff, now I get to the real test. Okay, that does quite a bit of damage. Now the pistol. So just the M1 does a lot. Well, it does way more than Hybrid Gear 4 did. Yep, there we go. This is a really OP fruit for how easy it is to get, especially. Clap. And finally, the jump rope. That's it with the mode on. Let's see without the mode. Does quite a bit less damage, but it's still a really good fruit even without the mode. Only as good as Hybrid Gear 5 without the mode, but not Hybrid Gear 5, Hybrid Gear 4 without the mode on. With the mode on, you're set. And finally, the jump rope. Alright, sweet. Now I can go show you guys how to get this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get the final rubber fruit. That's a requirement to get the new Hybrid Gear 5 fruit. So anyways, and after you get that, you're gonna want to go over to here. And also there's two ways to get the Sun God title, which you need for this. It's either by doing the raid here, doing the challenge raid, and trying to spin for it. I'd recommend just doing the raid over here because it's a lot easier to... You have a higher chance of getting the Sun God title, I should say that. And you're not having to do like 100 waves of just one raid. So anyways, first you're going to go over here. And here's the final Gear 5 raid. You have to get a Book of Nika from this. Let's see where I find it. You actually need the Book of Nika. You're going to need the Sun God title. You don't need the Drum of Liberation artifact. I don't know. I think it's just like for extra stuff. But anyways, that's the basics on what you're actually going to need for this. Oh, I also forgot to say that you do need the Awakening Cloud, which is also dropped from this raid, so you can just get everything from here. And the raid's not actually too hard, the raid's actually pretty easy to beat. And as you can see, it doesn't have that much health. I'm sure I could beat him with this fruit pretty easily. Let's just go ahead and see actually how easy it is to beat him with his own fruit. Okay, I can't do it in one move without the... Oh, jeez. I have like no health, I forgot about that. Which is not good. Okay, I have like no health. We're gonna run that back though. We're gonna turn on observation because I had that with the hybrid gear 4. We're gonna turn on the mode. The mode looks kind of scuffed with all the stuff I have on, but it still looks pretty cool when it's transforming. So anyways, now we'll see if you can actually just go ahead and beat it with one move with this. Yeah, you definitely can. It's pretty easy. So anyways, the raid's not really that hard whatsoever. Doesn't have very much health. The drop chances are pretty rare, but I was using the professional gambler's title, so that probably helped. You also get a lot of gems you can use to upgrade the fruit. I'm pretty sure the professional gambler's title had a lot to do with it, because all this stuff is like 1% drop chance and just not very good odds. But a lot of people have said it's pretty easy for them too. Alright, anyways, now that you got all those things, hopefully you want to go to Flying Skull Island, which is over here from the blacksmith. Yeah, so just right up here, which is where you got like a bunch of good fruits actually. So then you want to go over here, talk to Hybrid Dragon, talk to him, and then he'll give you all the stuff for the final Gear 5. I would recommend getting the artifacts. It does give you like a bunch of buffs, which is really good. But anyways, pretty much all you guys need to know for how to get the new final Gear 5 in a One Piece game. Love you guys. Goodbye.